Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Trendy Vintage Classic. And for those of you who don't know me, I am a clothing and other items reseller, mainly on eBay. And so I've started creating videos to teach you how you can earn some money selling online also. These tips can also be used for poshmark sellers or mercari sellers. So here we are. Today's video is about some main items that you will need to resell. Some seem kind of obvious, but a couple are some tricks that I've learned along the way, and I have no problem sharing my wealth of knowledge with you. So first things first, I do sell mainly clothing. So I will start with the items that help me with clothing personally first. I have two things here. This is a fabric Febreze, as you can see. So this mainly just helps the scent of an item. I do wash and dry or steam all of my clothing. But sometimes those of you who shop at thrift stores or the Goodwill or the bins know that there's some stubborn scents that are hard to get out. And this is when you would want to spray your item with this. I would never send a buyer an item that really had a bad smell. I would just probably end up donating it. The other item is also Downy Wrinkle Release. So after storing my item, sometimes if they've been down there for a while or if I didn't fold it correctly coming out of the dryer, they'll get a little wrinkled. And so you can spray it with this, shake it out, and be ready to send it out to your buyer so that it looks pretty. After you do those things, you do want to have some tissue paper. And we all know we can get this from anywhere, the dollar store, Target. My trick is I buy tissue paper in bulk after Christmas because for some reason, I don't know, people just think that tissue paper is only for Christmas gifts when actually it's multi-purposeful. So I will fold up an item of clothing and wrap it in the tissue paper, get a piece of tape, put the little tape on there, and then I will tape my business card on top and put it inside of a poly mailer bag. This is something you may want to consider purchasing. You can get these on Amazon, on eBay. This is a small size, but I do have the larger size also for items like men's clothing or men's jeans. But I love these. Confession time, I am an Amazon-aholic. So I do have Amazon Prime and I shop there frequently. So as a quick little hint, save these because bubble mailers, I hate to buy, they're expensive. I actually haven't had to buy any bubble mailers because I shop so much on Amazon. So the only thing I have to buy are my poly mailers, and I also buy these Ziploc bags. Well, they're not the brand Ziploc. They're like Ziploc bags, but as you can see, they're pretty big, and you can get them in big sizes. I think it's about 2 quarts. And this is what I store each individual clothing item in. And the reason I do that is because it's so much easier to look through a clear bin and a clear plastic bag and see an item and shuffle through them without wrinkling everything else and grab it and go. When my items were just in bins and not in bags, I ended up wrinkling a lot of my items, and you don't want to, like I said, send the item out wrinkled or have to waste a bunch of spray to de-wrinkle it. Another item that I save are little weird boxes like this. When I order things online, sometimes you get little weird size boxes. That's what I want to say, because you never know what item you're going to find and what type of a box it fits in. Now, yes, the USPS website does offer free shipping supplies and boxes, but not everything fits in those boxes. So you do need to save your own when you get orders in. And sometimes you can go to stores like Stop and Shop and ask them if they would mind if you just grab their boxes, and they'll say, sure, go ahead. That's my tip. So next, I want to say, You do want to have some type of disinfecting wipes. They don't have to be Lysol. I know in some parts of America right now, these are hard to get their hands on, but here in Connecticut, we've been pretty good with finding these. For these, I would use these to wipe down the bottoms of shoes, the bottoms only. The reason I say the bottoms only is first, you do want to disinfect an item. Germs are on there. That's gross. If the shoes were used, you need to clean the bottom. But for the upper sole, the outer part of the shoe, you most likely would want to get like a small white rag or an old white sock and wet it with some warm water and soap and wipe it down that way, because when you use these type of wipes or even baby wipes, I always keep baby wipes near me also to kind of just wipe down the surfaces of some items just to make them look fresh before I take pictures of them or before I send them out. But using things like this on some shoes, they'll leave a little like white residue or some little pieces of lint, and that's really difficult to get out. You all know I hate cleaning shoes anyway, so whatever makes it easiest is best. I also use the Lysol wipes if I buy a brand new CD or DVD. I disinfect everything. With COVID going around, you want to make sure you're sending your customers items that are disinfected. Speaking of cleaning shoes, I have a bag of toothpicks. And so, for example, I have a pair of shoes right here I just bought. And as you can see, I did disinfect them with the Lysol wipes, and if you could see there, it does leave some little white little pieces of the cloth on it. It looks like lint, and it bothers me. So now I'm gonna have to go over it with a sock or a rag. But I use the Q-tip. I use this, the toothpick, to go in between. Sometimes like there was a lot of like grit and dirt in here, and I use this toothpick to go in there and kind of clean it out, and then I throw it away. Sometimes you'll buy shoes where they have dirt really stuck in there, and you cannot ship an item like that or sell it, because when you take your pictures, you have to show the bottom of the shoe, and that would really look gross. So yeah. The other item you need is a measuring tape, and if you watched my latest video, it was all about measuring jeans. But you don't just need this for jeans, you need this for everything. So for example, this shirt I'm wearing was thrifted. This is my thrifted item of the day. I got it for, I believe, $1 or $2. It's a nice activewear piece. I love the way blue looks, and we're all about that comfort, right? So if I were to measure this for someone, I would have to lay this flat, measure bottom of armpit to bottom of armpit to give them the armpit to armpit or chest measurements. Sometimes people want to know from top to bottom how long it is. You'll need to measure jackets that way, dresses, and jeans. Like I said, watch my prior video if you'd like to know what information you need to include for jeans. It's the rise, the inseam, in the waist. So yes, you definitely need a tape measure. I also, since I sell clothing and shoes, have this little guy. It's my favorite. This is like my right hand man here. This is a fabric shaver, and it shaves off all of the lint, and just really, sometimes it gets full up here, especially if it's like wool. It just shaves off any lint that you may find on leggings or clothing, and just really freshens it up, because you don't want to send someone an item that is really pilly. You know, sweaters can get pilly, like the little so you need this. Also, I know this may be hard to find, but God was looking out for me. Clorox fabric sanitizer. I literally am such a germaphobe that I spray the inside of my shoes with this. I'm not sending anyone anything that has germs, fungus, you name it. You can feel safe shopping from me because it is clean. So this is something that's really cool to have, because it can be used on all fabrics, and it's bleach free. It's not going to mess anything up or stain anything. So this is really cool to have. even if you can't find it. You need some sort of stain remover. I have this. One disclosure about this is you do any stain remover item that you buy, make sure you're reading the back, because there are certain materials and colors that you cannot use this on. I actually ruined a new pair of Spanx pink pants. I know they're worth like $100. It was a lesson learned though, and now I'm here to tell you, because there was a tiny stain and I was being obsessive, and I put this on it and it ended up making it two-toned. It like stripped it of the color in that area, and I learned a valuable and costly lesson that day. So make sure you listen up. Obviously, gloves, you want to stay safe. Whenever I'm cleaning shoes or hard products or glassware, I use gloves. Another interesting little technique is this right here. You can use Glue Gum or lighter fluid. You can order this off of Amazon. You can order these off of Amazon. I actually forgot the name. I just call them the sticky remover things. So it's plastic and has a little slant. It goes this way. So when you buy a book or a CD or a DVD or hardware, a toy, anything really, you know, Goodwill and thrift stores have that annoying habit of sticking those nasty, cheap stickers on the items. Well, you just open this up, pour a little bit over the sticker, let it sit for a second. Make sure you don't let it get onto something that it can ruin. Like I always make sure I don't let it get to the pages of a book. Like I'll just wipe around it quickly and keep it right there in the center. And I'll take my scraper thingy and try to slowly and carefully remove it. You know, it's always better to try to get in one full stick, one full like grab. It's so satisfying. This will make your life so much easier. First of all, I have ruined some items because I had a book, didn't feel like doing it, or ran out and tried to peel it off, and I actually peeled off part of the book. So yeah, even picture frames, you would just pull off what you're not supposed to pull off. So don't play around with that. Get yourself, these are very cheap, okay? I hope you guys can learn from all of the costly and silly mistakes that I've made and take these lessons and really make your online selling business more successful. As always, I always have hand sanitizer. I'm such a germaphobe, so even if I'm in my own house cleaning something, I just clean shoes and I pump some hand sanitizer just because it's just always here. You gotta stay safe, guys. Wear your mask, wear your gloves if you're in the bins, just stay safe, okay? Big black trash bags, of course, if you're doing a huge haul. Throw that clothing and shoes in a trash bag and keep it in your trunk until you are ready to commit to washing all of them. Because if not, you could bring some bugs home. That's something I'm a huge freak about. Like I keep my clothes outside of my house until they're going directly into the washer. So those are just some quick tips from me to you. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Trendy Vintage Classic. You'll see some of my crazy adventures. I will post great sales of the day, tips of the day, or just take you along with me on some of my thrifting journeys. So thank you again for watching. Remember, I am a brand new YouTuber. Please show me some love and hit that subscribe and like button. And if you're brand new to YouTube also, drop your name below and I'll follow you too. Hey, we gotta stick together, right? It's a crazy time in the world. So thank you. Smash the thumbs up, subscribe.